Hey, welcome back. Competition series, week number 6. If you've got this far, hey, you've nearly made it. You've nearly made it. Okay, because from here on in, you're nearly there, okay? Diet in 14 weeks, you've only got 6 weeks left. You can suck it up and get through because there is light at the end of the tunnel and it is not a train coming the other way. Nearly food time. So, right, where am I at? Since last time I've been speaking to you, hang on, I've written this down because my memory is getting worse. I was 81.5 kilos. I am now 80.3. So, 2 weeks ago, 81.5. The week after, still 81.5. As I was speaking to you last time, I had lots of injuries. So I had to try and put in a little bit of food, added in some peanut butter, cut down the amount of CV. And I actually tried a little change, and you'll see that if you scroll down and look at my training program. Don't forget, subscribe, like, subscribe. Sean's smiling because he knows I get it wrong. Nah. Right. I actually tried bringing weight training up to 5 days a week just so I could eat more food. Okay, so because as you know, if you look down, you'll see that I eat more food on a training day than a non-training day. Only tried that for 1 week. I had to bring it back down to 4 again simply because my elbows were just playing up. They just couldn't take the extra abuse. So once I took it back down to 4 days a week, I added back in my 3 days of cycling in the week, and again I dropped an extra kilo, which may sound like a good idea, but the problem is, I'll show you more later. I'm nearly stage ready, and I'm nearly stage ready at 6 weeks out. This is not where I wanted to be, so I've actually got ready a little bit too quickly this time. I think that's simply because I only had 2 months off in between prepping, in between finishing the Worlds and starting this prep. So any fat that I did put on, really new fat, makes it really easy to shift back off again. So for me, again, look down below, you'll see my tweaks. I'm actually putting 50 grams of carbs back into my non-training day. Some more food. So that's the upside. But like I said, you don't want to look this lean, this close, okay? So don't worry if you're not looking exactly like this. I shouldn't be for about another 3 weeks. So back to everyone else. It's week 6, okay? If you've got this far, you're damn well going to do it. So it's time to spend a little bit of wonga, okay? This week, there's a few things that you need to get sorted out. Number 1, make sure you've signed up for your competition, okay? Get your application forms in, get them done. Number 2, you need to order your budgie smugglers, okay? So trunks for guys, bikinis for girls. Get them in now. If you go and try them on beforehand, make sure they're maybe a little bit, if you're buying trunks off the rack, you're not getting them designed for you. Go for ones that are slightly too small rather than slightly too big if you're stuck in between sizes. That's because when you lose a bit more body fat, okay, the smaller ones will fit nicely. There's nothing worse than on the day, guys or girls, turning around and having this big flappy nappy coming on, okay? We don't want to see that. So trunks and bikini bottoms now, get them slightly tighter. If you're getting them bespoke made for you, you'll go for a fitting now, and in 2 weeks before the show, you go back to make sure that the fitting still works. Same with girls, if you have to wear shoes, okay? Sounds really silly, but go for shoes that are maybe, if they're too tight or too loose, go for the ones that are too tight because you still carry body fat on your feet. So whenever you lean down, believe it or not, your feet actually get a little bit thinner as well. So you see girls get shoes 12 weeks out, and then 4 weeks out, you have to go and get a new pair because these shoes are just flapping around on you. So first thing to do, make sure you sign up for competition. Second thing you do, order your trunks, okay? Third thing, and this is a bit more specific for guys than girls, okay? Or maybe not, okay? I'm not going to pass any judgment, but it's time to start shaving or waxing, okay? Like I said, I had a first run at the stomach there and legs are getting done. The reason we start this 6 weeks out, especially for a guy, is that you're not used to shaving and your skin isn't used to shaving. So you're going to get ingrown hairs, you're going to get shaving rash, you're going to get all these horrible, lovely things. Plus you need to try out whether you want to shave or you want to wax. And if you start now and do it once a week, it gives your skin enough time to settle in to the program. So whenever you're shaving a day from the show, your skin is used to it and you don't get massive shaving rash everywhere. So once a week for the chest, once a week for the legs. Like I said, girls, you probably do it more, but if you want to start shaving your chest, now's the time to start. Okay. Little tip for you. Guys, if you see your girlfriends, you see in TV, they just get a razor and go whoop, 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 get the legs done in half a second. There's two reasons to do it. One, they've been doing it a long time. Two, they use the proper shaving blade. Don't take the blade that you use for your face. If you do that for your legs, you will take chunks out of everywhere, okay? Round your ankles, it's gonna look like a massacre, okay? So go get a lady shave, big-headed razor, okay? They are different, and it just means you can swipe it up. Nobody told me this at the start, and like I said, I took ages trying to shave, and honestly, it was just a bloodbath, okay? You don't want that to happen. So go buy the right razor. It's worth the extra quid or whatever it is. Third thing that we need to talk about now is you need to order your tan. Now, this is dependent on which competition you are doing. Different federations have different rules. Tan falls into two main types, okay? An instant tan that basically doesn't dry, and then a pre-show tan that you put on before you get to the venues, etc., that actually does dry in. Some federations, like the BNBF, the Natural Federation, UK BFF, they ban the instant tans. Because they never dry, whenever you put them on, if you rub up against a wall or a door, it leaves tan marks all over the place. So they actually ban them for the show. But we'll talk about them first. If your federation does allow them, it's things like Pro Tan. Okay, they come in a little tub and they're dead easy. You can go for a couple of sunbeds beforehand if you want. If not, you basically turn up in the day, you can come up looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You put it on, roller it in, and you tap it up like that to give it a nice glaze. You walk on stage, you do your routine, you walk off, put on some baby oil, that helps take it back off again when you are done. Dead simple, you don't need to worry about it now. But if your federation doesn't allow you to use that, then it's a little bit more complicated, okay? You need to use spray tans or tanning liquids, okay? We're going through this more 2 weeks out, but what you need to order up is either spray tans for it, or you need to order spray tan liquid that you can put on yourself, and then you need a finishing tan, okay? Things like dark as, or they call them stage tans, because ordinary spray tan will never be dark enough, okay? It's like actors and actresses on the stage. Their makeup is really heavy because you get this really bright light. Whenever you go to a show, you'll always see one person who walks on and they are as white as I am now, or at least that's what they look like. But if you actually see them off stage, it looks like they've been in the Bahamas for 2 weeks. The golden rule is you have to be darker. Whenever you know you're the right color, whenever you actually look down and think, "Jiggers, I'm far too dark." Okay, so you need to order a couple of spray tans, but you need to order this finishing tan. Like I said, Pro Tan do some. Pro Tan do, Dark As, there's lots of different ones out there. Take a look, but get it ordered now. Plus, you need to order a glaze. A glaze is the stuff you put on top that gives it a nice sheen. You need to get that ordered. Take a look now and get it ordered 6 weeks out, so you're not suddenly realizing 5 days before the show that you haven't got this, and crap, you need to get it, okay? So, that's the three things that you need to think about. Entering the competition, ordering your trunks, and ordering your tan, and starting shaving. One other little caveat. If you think that you want to start using sunbeds, start using them now. Okay, now is where you have to make a decision, not again 2 weeks out. If you start taking sunbeds 2 weeks out, you dry your skin out, and then you're going to try and apply a tan, and it's going to be flaky, and it's going to start falling off. Think about what you're like. You go away on holiday for a week, you come back 5 days after your holiday, your skin falls off. If you start taking sunbeds 2 weeks out, then that's exactly the same thing you're going to do. So 6 weeks out, your decision. If you want to start sunbeds or start using sunbeds, start them this week so your skin gets used to it. If not, you're not using sunbeds. You do not start them a week out and panic, okay? You make that decision now and live with it. But, shakers, so that's enough of that. My head's fried and talked way too much. So, that's your homework. I know we have to talk about carbs yet, but we'll do that. Might add it in a little bit. If not, we'll do it in the next one because this was far more important. Get your homework done. Get all this ordered up. This is going to cost you a little bit of money in your entry free, in your trunks, your bikini. Woo, they're expensive. And your tanning products. But get them ordered now, then you're ready to go. It's 6 weeks out. You're nearly there. Time to get on stage, baby. Woo! See you in 2 weeks. Now, let's talk about where I am at right now. Today, or yesterday, I weighed in and I was 80.1 kg. Last time I spoke to you, I was 80.3. And in between, last week, I was 80.6. So up, down, and down. The reason for that is, as I explained, so once a week for the chest, once a week for the legs. Like I said, girls, you probably do it more, but if you want to start shaving your chest, now's the time to start. Okay. Little tip for you: if guys, if you see your girlfriends, you see in TV, they just get a razor and go whoop 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 whoop, get the legs done in half.